not there, are you? You're never going to know the full truth of what she does. Doesn't mean that she's going to go out and do some madness, but we're saying that if you have taught her the best upbringing you can, the best morals and values, and if you use religion to do that, why? And it's not forceful though.
Very anti-religion like me.
Exactly, and why? It's because it's the society we live in today. Imagine if she grew up in a Muslim country being taught these things. It would be normal.
Yeah.
But being in this society today is against it. Like no woman, every woman wants to show their beauty. Why not? That's the way they look. But like I said, you want to protect yourself not only from eyes, not only from evil people that want to do more with their eyes. So that people can look and gaze on you. Some people are evil. I'm sure you've read the news. There's people that do evil things, not even evil eye. There's people that will follow through with it and do some serious stuff, which is it's horrible. It's pedophilia. It's nonsense. We don't agree with that. So we don't have trust in the people today that we live around. So when my daughter grows up, I want her to have the best upbringing morally for her to go out with her friends. She's allowed to go out. But even if she don't wear this headscarf, she morally knows what she needs to do in life and what is wrong, what is right. And if she can cover up, it's better for her. And that's what God says. Like everything He says to you is for you. It's benefiting for you. There's things that, like, let me give you an example. So when we say like circumcision, it's better for us. Maybe we can explain why circumcision is good for men because, you know, infections and stuff like that.
It's a 50-50 because I've read scientifically it can have its pros and cons.
Exactly. So some can have pros. So there's certain things that Allah will tell us that to not do or to do. But when you have 100% firm of that's 100% God, we won't question it. We've gone past that. Why is God telling us not to do it? Why is God telling us not to go drink alcohol? We already can affirm that alcohol is 100% bad, right?
It's bad for your body.
100% bad. Gambling, 100% bad. Remember at the time, the prophets, back in the times then, alcohol was okay. Gambling was okay. It stopped in time. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
Because God knows best and God knows us.
Yeah.
God didn't create this religion straight away and said, stop alcohol on that day.
Yeah.
The verses came out within them years and it eventually stopped because God knows His creations. We're not going to stop like that because everyone at that time were addicts. Do you know what I mean? Of alcohol. So like I said, there's pros and cons to certain things that God has told us. As Muslims, we're always going to believe, everything's haram in this country. Like, I want to go out and have fun, but I can't. But then that's when God says to you, this is your test. You're born for 80, 90 years, you're going to die at the end of that. Do you want to choose this life? Do you want to choose this life? So you're ready to shoot off at it. That's what it boils down to when we talk about religion. Are you going to choose this life or are you going to choose the life after that? Does that kind of make sense? What we've spoken about today, we've gone through a few things. Does that kind of make sense?
It makes sense, yes. I'm not disagreeing with anything you said. It makes sense.
And I appreciate that because when I came and stopped you first, it felt like you wasn't like solid and closed-minded, but I felt like you didn't want to hear the opinion because I felt like you knew what you knew of Islam. And you had an opinion on Islam because of what we said about Dubai and your sister's husband.
I've had an ex-boyfriend too.
Exactly. So you've had kind of a bad.
I've had my experiences with them.
And it's been bad. Let's be fair,
They've
right?
not been completely bad. I'm not
Right.
saying,
But has that helped your? Has that
they
helped?
haven't helped me get closer.
Exactly. And that's if anything, it's made you push you towards away from it, right?
Yeah, definitely.
So that's what I'm saying. So that what I've said to you today, I wanted you to just have that affirmed in your head. And when you've got time to have that moment to yourself, research everything I've said, and if it makes sense, then do that shahada at home on your own, because then at least you've affirmed that one true God, which we both agree with. And it's weird because when I stopped you, you said everything a Muslim would say. So then I was just waiting for you to, I was waiting to hear the negative bit, which I did, which I understand that's past experiences. But again, we spoke about collective punishment, and I think it's unfair to say that every Muslim is going to be like that, every Jew is going to be like that.
No, don't worry. I have my perceptions of Christianity and of the pedophilia that happens with the priest. I'm not oblivious to these things either. And
God
this is what
forbid.
I'm saying.
Can I say something? Imagine now if an imam, so imam, you know what imam is?
Yeah.
Right. So imagine if an imam did that and it came on the news. There'll be riots all over the gaff.
We know there's propaganda by media.
Exactly. But when priests do it, not everyone just ignores it. But this is what we're here today. Like I said, we're not here to make people Muslims today. We're here to tell people that we love Jesus. We don't hate Jesus, because some people think we don't like Jesus. We believe in all the prophets that came through with Christianity. Obviously, I don't want to get too much into Christianity because that's not your faith. That's what I originally thought. But sometimes it's good for me to be here because I like to relate to Christians themselves and ask them the questions I had. Does it make sense? And I always, Exactly, and I always give them an opportunity to answer the questions. And if they do answer the questions I had, then maybe I got things to learn. But till this day, on my life, no one has answered it. And if they do answer it, it's going to be a different theology to everyone else. So if we had 6 Christians here today, I guarantee you every theology will be different. Their explanations of the Trinity will be totally different. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I don't know. But I'm not that
No, you're not a
into
Christian,
it.
but have you ever spoken, you've got Christian friends, I'm guessing? Have you spoken to Christians before?
Yeah.
So one would say, you know, Jesus God, he's not God, he's Son of God.
Depends on Protestants,
Yeah,
you're Christian,
Jehovah's
Catholic,
Witness, Mormons,
we have
so many different ones. There's sects, right? And I feel like that's what confused me, because in the Bible, God says that God is not author of confusion. So why, as Christians, was we confused and are hard to, you know, we find it hard to explain the Trinity. We go over and over and over again, and it's not easy. Do you know what I mean? But that's it, really. Did you have any other questions? Because I appreciate you've been patient.
No,
We've had a lovely, fruitful conversation,
thank you,
and I
appreciate
appreciate it. But if
yeah.
you've got any other question, it could sound as rude as you want it to be.
Okay.
Nothing else?
No, we're good.
Yeah?
Yeah, appreciate it. Have a good day.
I'm glad you took the book finally.
Oh, it's fine.
Put it in the cupboard and read it one day.
It'll be in my bedroom.
Good. Assalamu alaikum.